Okay, hello girls. So as you remember, last time we looked at the meaning of modesty and did like a little basic on modesty. But today we're going to be doing modesty to girls about tops, specifically tops. And as we all know, there are different types of tops. Short tops, there are long tops, there are all sorts of tops. But do we ever think about whether they are modest or not? There are some tops that have slanted ends. Some are open at the top. Do you think they are good to wear if they are not long and quite open? Some top shows your belly and body. When you wear a top, try and raise up your hand. If your tummy is still well covered, then that is modest. If not, of course, it is not modest. You can ask your mom or your sister to check out what you wear. Also, some tops show your underwear when you bend down. These are also not very good. If you have outgrown a top, just put it away or wear it as a layer for your dresses. So you can wear it inside your dresses if you have outgrown it. But if you still don't want to wear it, you can always maybe give it to a charity or just, give it away to somebody. We need to think about what we wear. For in Proverbs 7:10 it says, "And there a woman met him with the attire of a harlot and a crafty heart." What we wear also reflects our hearts. For example, this woman in this verse wore a modest clothes, and this is because she had a crafty heart. If you wear modest clothes, it shows you have a modest heart. So the clothes that you wear reflects how your heart is. So if you wear modest clothes, that means you have a modest heart. Being modest in dressing will help others to see Christ in you and reveal you as a modest person. Okay, so before I go, I would like you to thank your mother for allowing you to be part of this meeting, as this is also Mother's Day. You can also ask your mother to get you more modest clothes if you don't have that much. So, thank you very much. Is there any questions?
What can boys wear to be modest?
Oh, what can boys wear to be modest? Okay, that's a good question.
Yeah, it's a good question. Well, if you go out on the street, you'll see many boys will be wearing trousers. Like my sister was talking the other day that she doesn't like it. The way most boys, they will wear their trousers, they will pull their trousers down for some reason. So that's one thing you can do. You don't pull the trousers down, you just pull them up. And also, another thing that they can do is that some of them wear torn trousers, those type of things. And it's not as if it's wrong for them to wear trousers, but the thing that's wrong for boys, like you should not be tearing up the trousers first of all, and second of all, even them should not be showing parts of their body. And even for their shirts, they should button them up properly. That's one thing that they could do, because they should not leave one button undone or this and that. They should keep all those buttons closed on their shirt. So these are some ways that boys can also be modest.
Good. Thank you very much for that input. So boys also can be modest. When you wear your shirt, make sure your buttons are closed, and make sure the shirt mommy gets you or daddy gets you covers your bum properly. Make sure your trouser is not open at the top. So that's a way of boys being modest. I know you've got a couple of pictures you want to show the girls, isn't it?
Yes, I do.
We need to begin to think about the boys in mind.
If anyone would like more about boys also in modesty, I can also put it on what we'll be showing about modesty. Okay, so these are some pictures of a modest dressing. If you can just ignore the skirt and just look at the top. This top here is not what we would normally call a top, but it is the top hat, the thing that is above the skirt. That is a top. And this top, as we can see, is a modest. Why? First of all, see that if we wore this, our back would be showing. If we wore this. So that is one reason why it is a modest. Another reason is that this would be too long at your neckline. So those are two reasons why we should not be wearing these type of tops, unless we are wearing a longer top inside. So this is the second one. This is a girl wearing exactly the same type of top. And as you can see, with someone wearing it at the front, a belly button is sticking out. And this is one thing that we need to be looking at when we choose tops. Are they too short? Like this type of tops that they call crop tops. People wear them a lot, crop tops, that's what they will wear. And most people will not wear stuff inside them. We should wear stuff inside them because these type of things are immodest. The third dress. This woman is wearing like a kind of toppy, is wearing like a kind of top and also a kind of dress. Some dresses we would call tops, but also these to other people the dresses are tops, whatever you call them. This normally would be called a top. So if you can see, it's like exactly the same type of one as we've been seeing. It also has a low, it's below your back and it exposes your back, which is one thing we do not need. And also, if this person was turned around, it will also be too low. Another reason is that this dress, as they would sometimes call it, should not be a dress. You should be wearing something underneath it because it is far too short. So that was all of the pictures I had to show you about immodesty and modest things. Next time I think I'll show some modest dresses because next time we'll be looking at dresses. So are there any more questions about modesty?
We go swimming, so what should we wear to be modest?
When you go swimming. Oh, thank you for asking that question. Actually, we'll be looking at that in some later modest stuff. So, but if I answer you right now, well, what are the type of swimwear you have right now? Pardon? We can't really hear some people from that, and I didn't hear what you said properly.
For the costume, and Jessie wears swimming trunks.
Swimming trunk.
Oh, you wear swimming trunks. Okay. Well, if you look at this type of stuff, sometimes when I see boys wearing that, sometimes I think that, they shouldn't be wearing swimming trunks because it exposes part of the body. And, it is quite true, even though it's very something that we can only see out there. But if you check specifically for modest boy swimwear, we should find some more modest stuff than swimming trunks. So you can ask your mom or your dad to search for them. Does anyone else have any other questions? If not, I'll hand over.
Thank you very much, Luca. So, children, we see God speaking what you wear. Because you are different. You are prince, you are princesses. You see, we started this group just for girls. But we are seeing boys who are interested also. Who knows they are being made for the palaces. And God is speaking concerning how we dress. Any top that you wear that reveals your tummy, that reveals your belly button is not very good. Any top that you wear that when you bend down, others can see your back or your underwear, God says it is not good. And there was a question about swimwear. So like if you tell your parents indeed, if they Google up modest swimwear, there are some for boys, there are some for girls. Yeah. They may be slightly expensive, but I usually go for those, at least to a little standard, a bit better than the usual one.
Yeah, and also sometime later in the year we'll also be doing like a physical meeting instead of doing it online, so you'll be able to see what we mean by all of these modest things. And also, if you can't find any other modest stuff for boys, then you can also wear like a bathrobe or a towel over you when you go swimming, so that when you go into the water, then you will take it off. So those are some things that you can do, especially if your swimwear is transparent. Like some of the swimwear that I have is transparent, even though it covers the whole of your body. So I have to wear a bathrobe over it to keep myself modest. So these are stuff that you can do if you can't find anything that's modest.
Do you know, I realized something. I think it's in the book of Luke. Chapter 2, when Jesus was given birth to, and the shepherds who went looking for Jesus, they were told they will see a baby wrapped in swaddling clothes. So the type of dress or top or clothes that Jesus was wearing was used to describe Jesus. So people can also use what you wear to describe you. If you are the type that dresses immodest, people will say, don't you know that boy, that the trouser is down there? You don't know him. Don't you know that girl that each time you see her, her belly button, you can see that? So people describe you with what you wear. So what we wear says a lot about us. And we want to cultivate modest hearts that reflect in how we dress. You can dress beautifully. You can dress handsomely without exposing, the sensitive part of your body, because we are princes and princesses.